Hi girls and boys, welcome back. This is the week of September 21st through 25th and we're in day 3. Let's review what you're going to need today. Always our nameplate and a dry erase marker, some Play-Doh, the letter we've been working on, which is letter P in a plastic sleeve, along with tracing the P on the back side. So it's pages 49 and 51. And the only coloring sheet you're going to need today is page 47. It's a little girl who's looking at 3 eggs. Now the colors that you're going to be needing today, blue and purple. See if you can find blue and purple in your crayon box. Those are the only 2 colors you'll be needing. Let's go ahead and get started. Let's pull out our nameplate and trace, trace, trace. Now do your best work and take your time, please. When you're finished, show me. Very good. Very nice. I like how well you're staying close to those lines. Just trace right over those lines. That's all we're asking you to do. Okay, let's do a check-in and see who's with us today. We have lots of students in the class. Hayden, welcome. Hey, Easton, welcome. Carson, Kenley, Kaylee, Elias. When you see your name, you can shout it out. Evelyn, Jax, Jessa, Bennett, Owen, Caitlin, Trayshawn, Cash, Justin, Briggs, Timmy, and Christopher. Well, welcome to all of you. Can someone tell me what letter we've been studying this week? I'll give you a clue. Pig. Pink pig. P. Like we're blowing out a candle, we're puffing it. P. P. Very good. P for pie. P for peas. P for pear. P for pumpkin, and P for pig. Now this pig's very pink compared to this one. This doesn't look, has a little pink tint near its ears, but it's much lighter, isn't it? Pig. Let's go ahead and get our worksheet out and make sure you have a plastic sleeve over it, and we're going to use our Play-Doh to make our letter, capital P and lowercase p. You're going to roll it just like it's a snake. Sometimes mine get so long I have to make them smaller. So there's my first one. Let's see what yours looks like. Oh, some of you are getting so good and fast at this. Capital P. Now we're going to make the lowercase p. Very similar shape. Just further down on the lines. We were talking about that yesterday. I'll show you when we turn the page over. I'm using almost all my Play-Doh for this. It's a lot, isn't it? Here we go. Uppercase P, lowercase p. Now put your Play-Doh up so we can turn the page over. this page, it allows us to trace with our dry erase marker. For the capital P, you start on the top line and you go all the way to the bottom line, straight line. Then you curve around from the top line to the middle line. There you have your capital P. The smaller one, you start at the middle line, you go below the bottom line, and it hangs below. See how it hangs below that bottom line? And then you go middle line to bottom line. So you have uppercase P, lowercase p. Let's do it one more time. Uppercase, top line to bottom line, top line to middle line, you loop around. There's your P for uppercase. And here we have middle line to below the bottom line, and then you loop around from the middle line to the bottom line. Uppercase, lowercase, uppercase, lowercase. I want you to go ahead and fill that in with your dry erase marker, and you may put the video on pause so you have plenty of time to do it without any interruptions from me. The next sheet we're going to use is this coloring sheet, page 47. Has 3 eggs. Let's count to 3. 1, 2, 3. 3 eggs. Now we're going to actually be coloring on it, so make sure it's out of the plastic sleeve if it's still in the plastic sleeve. We have our colors blue and our color purple. So we have 2 crayons. The first one we're going to use is blue. Choose one of the eggs. I like to go around the circle first. Remember when I color, I go around a few times and then I start filling in. I usually meet in the middle. I go around top and bottom. It's up to you. I know different people color different ways. There's not a right or wrong way to color. Here's a blue egg. I remember as a child finding a blue egg, a robin's egg, in a nest. Some eggs are blue. Some are light blue. Very pretty. Robin's egg blue is what they call it. And it has little brown specks on it. So there we have our first blue egg. Now I want you to go to the next egg and color that in blue as well. Again, I trace the outline. Trace the outline. Then I'm going to color it in. Yeah, and you always do your best job, so take your time, color it in. If you need more time, feel free to put it on pause. I have 2 out of 3 eggs that are blue. 1, 2. The third one, number 3, I'm going to color in purple. P, purple. Purple oval. Look at this. A purple oval. Looks kind of like an egg, doesn't it? An oval. Oval. Now let's color this one. This egg's interesting because it has some cracks in it. Looks like something's ready to come out of this egg. What do you think might be in this egg? I do not think it's an octopus. Remember how we read a couple days ago about octopuses and how they come out of eggs? Nope, this one's in a nest, it's not in the water. I hear some of you going, Ms. Mio, it's going to be a bird. Yes, it is going to be a bird. Birds come out of eggs, and their mother will put them safely in the nest and sit on them so they're nice and warm. Leave to get some food and then come back. A good mama bird. So there we have 3 eggs. 1, 2, 3. 3 eggs. You did a nice job coloring. If later on you would like to color these leaves, what color do you think you might try? Caitlin, what would you like to color these leaves? I think green's a great choice. And then you can color the little girl who discovered the eggs. If you find eggs in nature, it's best to just leave them be. You don't have to go and touch the eggs. The mama bird does not like that. So here we go. We're finished with this worksheet. Now we've been talking about the number 5 this week, and I'm going to see if you have a piece of paper or a whiteboard, if you can help me write a 5. You go down, around, and hat on top. See if you can make a 5. I'm going to erase that and do it one more time so you can see. You go down, around, and hat on top. That's a 5. All right, one more time. I just had to try it again. Down, around, and hat on top. Now I'm going to make 5 ovals like they're eggs. 1, 2, 3. Almost looks like a person's face. 4, 5. 5 ovals. 5. I'm going to erase these and I'm going to make 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 circles. Now here's a tricky one. Can you make 5 triangles? Remember what a triangle looks like? Has 3 angles. For 2 lines come together, we have 1, 2, 3 angles. 1, 2, 3. This reminds me of, you tell me, what's this remind you of? So look a little bit like a pumpkin, but we have to make 5 of them. If we had 3 of them, that would look more like a pumpkin, because we're going to finish this off with 2 more. We have 3 triangles. Now we're going to make 2 more. 5 triangles. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 triangles. Nice work. When you're here at school, sometimes we'll do this. We'll act like we're washing our hands and count to 20, because we have to be really careful to wash our hands for 20 seconds to be nice and clean. So let's try that together. Put your hands together and start rubbing them back and forth. And make sure you do the backs, the fronts, your fingernails, all around. And we're going to count to 20. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. You did it. Very nice. Very nice job. Now our letter P this week, we've been studying some ocean animals, and today is one of my favorite books, and I wanted to start on it early so I had plenty of time. It's about a penguin. A very special penguin, actually. It's called One Cool Friend by Tony Buzzio. And the person who drew the pictures is called the illustrator. Say that with me, illustrator. And that's David Small. Here we have front cover, back cover, and what holds it all together? Remember that word? Like we have on our body that holds us together in our back? That's our spine. A book has a spine too. Look at that. It holds all these big pages together. Thank goodness we have a good spine on this book. So this is a great book because I've read it and I loved it so much I think about it and I want to read it again. That's how I know I love a book. I bet you have books that are kind of like that too. Here we have the title page. We get the title again, One Cool Friend. I have a feeling the penguin is part of an important part of this book. How do you think we know that? There's a picture of him right there, right? Elliot was a very proper young man. So on Saturday morning when his father said, "Family fun day at the aquarium, shall we go?" Elliot thought, kids? Masses of noisy kids? But he only said, "Of course. Thank you for inviting me." Not the typical response from a child. "Of course, Father. Thank you for inviting me." At the aquarium, Elliot's father settled on a bench to read his National Geographic. And look where Elliot goes. He goes by himself in the aquarium. He might find trouble. Penguins! That would make any kid happy. At noontime, Elliot's father asked, "Are you having fun?" What do you think he'll say? "Yes, thank you," said Elliot. Now there's something for sale here at the gift shop. Do you see what that's for sale? They're little stuffed animals, penguins. And it says, "Today's special, plush penguins, 1995. So he asked his father for a penguin. And his father presumed, that means he thought, of course he wants a plush stuffed penguin. But look what Elliot wants. What does Elliot do? Elliot goes and gets his own penguin. That's alive. A live penguin. Imagine taking a live penguin home. Elliot emptied the school notices from his backpack, selected the smallest penguin, and popped it inside. He's going to take it home. Uh-oh. His father asked, "Where's your penguin?" "In my backpack." "Thanks for asking." In his room, Elliot dialed the air conditioner down to its coolest setting because penguins like cold. They need to have cold. So Elliot dragged his old wading pool upstairs, then fed the garden hose through the kitchen window and turned on the faucet. "Forgive the inconvenience," he said as he passed his father's office. His father is not even paying attention. He doesn't realize what his son is doing. Soon the air conditioner had done its work. Look what they're doing. I hear some of you laughing. They built an ice rink upstairs in his bedroom. They're having a ball. Later, Elliot knocked on the door of his father's office. "I have some research to do at the library about my penguin named Magellan. When I was in 3rd grade, I got Captain Cook," his father said. "Where did you keep him?" Elliot asked. But his father had already returned to charting the changing boundaries of the Great Barrier Reef. So his father is really good at studying. His father does not always notice what's going on in the house, though. Elliot and Magellan rode to the library when Elliot set him on the librarian's desk. Magellan held completely still. Miss Stanbridge didn't blink an eye, even when Magellan blinked his. He took his pet penguin to the library, and his father still hasn't noticed. Elliot read his library book aloud while Magellan cooled down. They shared a big bag of goldfish crackers, but Magellan was still hungry. Look at this. He's in the freezer. Dad goes into the freezer to get some ice cream, and Dad doesn't even notice. When Magellan awoke, he was longing for a swim, and Elliot drew him a deep tub of cold water. He left Magellan diving and holding his breath. So the penguin's in the bathtub. Look what happens. Dad says, "I think I'll have a bit of a soak," Elliot's father announced. "Wait," Elliot said. "I left my penguin in there." Oops. "I'll set him on the hamper and do my best not to splash." "Elliot!" Elliot rushed to the door. "Young man, where did this penguin come from?" Elliot's father demanded. "The southern tip of Argentina," Elliot said. "That's right," his father said. "And for Captain Cook," see, it's the turtle, "he came from the Galapagos Islands." So there's a little twist at the end of the book. Dad figures out that his son Elliot has a penguin, and Elliot, for the first time, discovers his dad has a big turtle. I think it's such a fun book. I did want to show you where something's located here, which is the southern tip of Argentina. Here's the United States up here. Then we have South America, and Argentina's way down here. And that's where the penguin came from. And the turtle came from the Galapagos Islands right here, over by South America too. Both of them came from South America. Isn't that interesting? From far, far away. So that was a fun book to read, and I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you again soon. Bye-bye, boys and girls.